Last night was a fun one in the fight world with some underrated cards which were far from boring. Let's start from UFC Vegas 100, which was headlined by the hottest welterweight prospect Carlos Prates, who handed number 15 ranked Neil Magny his first back-to-back loss in 11 years. The MMA world had a lot to say after Carlos Prates' first round knockout win over Neil Magny at UFC Vegas 100. Prates, by the way, now wants to go to the enemy's territory in Sydney to take on Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 312. He says that if the UFC can't make this fight due to wide rankings difference, he would want Jeff Neal. In the co-main event, former double champ of one championship Rainier DeRidder beats the middleweight gatekeeper via third round submission. After the fight, he tells all fighters that if they are thinking about signing with one championship, they must not. He said one championship at start treated him well, but then it was so hard for him to even get a fight. Number 14 ranked strawweight Gillian Robertson also beats number 13 ranked Luana Pinheiro via unanimous decision to climb the rankings further. In the boxing world, Matchroom's double-header card 2 Kings also went down, where Jesse Bam Rodriguez knocked out Pedro Guevara in round 3 to defend his WBC Super Flyweight World title. Eddie Hearn has stated that he now wants Rodriguez's next fight to be a mega fight in Saudi Arabia, ideally a Super Flyweight World title unification or Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. On the other hand, tougher night than expected for Jaron boots Ennis, and far from a statement performance but job done nonetheless. Ennis beats Karen Chogajian by unanimous decision in the rematch to defend his IBF welterweight world title. After the fight, Ryan Garcia goes off on Boots and says that he will knock him out. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, sends a brotherly message instead of criticizing Boots. By the way, Blair Cobbs crashes at the post-fight conference and calls for Boots' fight, but Eddie Hearn shuts it down in a funny exchange. Hearn asks him to fight Karen Chokajian instead.
I've got a good fight for you, Karen Chokajian.
As you know, there are talks of Matchroom vs Golden Boy 5 vs 5 card, so Oscar De La Hoya reiterated his call for Virgil Ortiz vs Jaron Ennis to happen next as part of this 5 vs 5 card. Eddie Hearn then revealed that Virgil Ortiz vs Jaron Ennis is in negotiations to potentially take place next in Saudi Arabia. Eddie Hearn also declared that Shakur Stevenson has a deal agreed with His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh to defend his WBC lightweight world title versus William Zepeda next, potentially on February 22, and it now depends on if Zepeda will agree a deal and take the fight, which means that this fight is no longer a part of this 5 vs 5 card. Ray Ford was also featured in the card, who made his return after losing his WBA featherweight title in June. He came back into the win column by beating Orlando Gonzalez via unanimous decision in his super featherweight debut. Anyway, Hearn also promoted his next title fight between Liam Paro vs Sergio Hitchens, as they both got their first face-off in the middle of the ring during this 2 Kings card. By the way, the guy from whom Liam Paro gets the belt, Sabriel Matias, also fought in Puerto Rico and got back into the win column by knocking out Roberto Ramirez in round 2. And lastly, BKFC's featherweight champ Kai Stewart made his third title defense against Jimmy Rivera with a unanimous decision victory. He improved to 7-0 in the promotion and has his sights on Sean O'Malley. And that's all for today, because now you are completely up to date with the fight world. So like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for daily updates. See you tomorrow. So till then, do whatever you want.